What's up guys? So today I'm going to be teaching you how to change out the fog lights on a Gen 3 Tundra. LED Factory Mart sent out these lights to me to install and review for them. So the lights they sent out to me are going to be their fog lights with the amber turn signals. So you can actually just tap this yellow wire straight into the turn signal. So when you do flip that switch, these would blink amber. They also have the wire harness included in the box. So it just makes everything nice and easy to install. Really it's just plug and play. Just gotta kind of hide the wires and feed them around to make it look a little bit nice. And then they also got this button here which you can connect directly inside the truck next to all the other switches. And this basically gives you a lot more control if you wanted the lights on or off. So you just hit this button. And then they also include their four-way relay here. What I'm planning on doing to this is actually just connecting these lights to two switches, so that way I could run a white light or I could run the amber light depending on how I'm feeling, or if I wanted to change the look of the truck. I already got these Alpha Rexes on. The DRLs on this is amber, the Raptor lights are amber, and then actually my ditch lights are yellow, but I might switch those out later on to kind of match the colors of the truck. But I already tested it out. These are going to be about the same color as the Raptor lights and the DRLs on the Alpha Rexes. So let's go ahead and throw these on the truck. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and remove this bumper cap here. You're just going to need some plastic pry tools and then a Phillips head screwdriver to remove that fog light right here. All you're going to do with the pry tools is just wedge these under here. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 clips on top, and then there's also going to be some clips on the bottom over here. So let me go ahead and show you guys how to remove these. So once you remove the top portion of the clips, you're going to go ahead and wedge these plastic tools on the bottom and do the same process. Alright, now that I got all the top clips and bottom clips removed, I'm going to kind of want to bend this a little bit so that way we can get it unhooked from these side panels right here. It should just pop off. Go. Just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab our Phillips head screwdriver and then remove these two bolts, one on each side of the light. So you got those two bolts removed. Just gonna pull this straight out, and then we're gonna have a clip right here. Just gonna press on that and release it. So these are the OEM lights. They actually look really similar to the lights LED Factory Mart sent me, so looks like they're gonna be a nice fit. Onto the other side, same deal. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these screws on each side of the light. One there, and one there. Slide right out, and then we're going to want to unclip this harness from the light, just like that. So these lights are going to be really just plug and play. They do have an R here for the right side and then an L here for the left side, so you can really only put these on one way. I mean, if it doesn't fit on one side, just throw it on the other side, right? But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and use some of this wiring that they included. I'm just going to take this 2-prong connector here and then kind of make my own wire harness that's going to connect directly to my aux beam switch panel inside. For that amber light, these lights are gonna have this little yellow wire here, which originally, if you wanted to connect this to your turn signal, you would just tap this into your headlights. So then when you flick that turn signal, these would flash amber. But in my case, I just want these to just be on all the time for the color amber. So all I have to do with these yellow wires right here is just connect a positive line all the way to the switch panel as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna clean up the wiring, put some wire loom on it, and then put everything on the truck. So I finished up the wiring. I ran out of wire loom here, so I'm gonna have to cover these wires at a later time. But let me just show you guys how this is all gonna be connected. So for that first light, the left one, you have this plug. It's really just a positive and negative. So this is gonna connect to the back of this, like that. And then as we go down the line, follow the positive and negative, it's gonna connect to this right light over here, just like that. And then these two last positive and negative lines are gonna run straight to the aux beam switch panel, the fuse box in my engine bay. Let me go show you that. So here's my aux beam switch panel, the fuse block. So I got two extra spaces here, so I could run the white output or the amber output. For the amber light, all I had to do was get this yellow wire right here, which was originally supposed to be connected to the turn signals, but I wanted the customization of having to run an amber light or a white light. So I just decided to just have it on all the time rather than have it as like a blinker. So you can see that, that's the yellow wire. That's gonna connect to this yellow wire on the other light. And then I got excess wire here that's gonna run again straight to the fuse block right here for the switch panel. So on their website, I believe it says that these draw 1 amp. So that's gonna be 2 amps. So for the fuse, I'm gonna be using a 5. That should be enough to handle the lights. So for these OEM plugs right here, I'm just gonna kind of zip tie them out of the way. Okay, so getting ready to put those LED Factory Mart lights in. I'm gonna kind of run my wire harness here so I can see if it reaches my aux beam fuse box over there. Okay, let's slide this in. Grab those 2 screws. Just screw them on. Alright, got everything buttoned up now. The last part of this whole install is just we gotta grab this bumper cap. You literally just line up the tabs on the top and on the bottom. So click on and then we should be all good. Let me go ahead and use 2 hands for this. It'll be a lot easier. Make sure everything's clicked in correctly, everything looks good. Alright, everything looks good. Let's go out and show you guys these lights. So final impressions on these lights from LED Factory Mart. They were super simple to install. I mean, the fitment was pretty much OEM. I didn't have any issues with installing these. The screws lined up perfectly fine. The bumper cap popped on just fine. It wasn't popping out or anything. Also like how they look OEM. So I kind of wanted to keep the OEM look of the truck. It's not really OEM, but OEM plus sort of say. But let's go ahead and turn these lights on here so you can check them out. Let's do white first. So here's white. Already noticeably brighter than the OEM fog lights, so that's super nice. Now let's go ahead and turn on these amber lights here. So here's amber. I really like the fact that all the lights up in front match. I mean, the Raptor lights, the DRLs from Alpha Rex, and then these fog lights from LED Factory Mart. Also super bright, if you can see that on the camera. Man, it looks good. So if you guys are looking to upgrade the lights on your vehicle, I highly suggest you check out LED Factory Mart. They also carry lights for different types of vehicles, I believe Toyotas, Fords, Chevys, and a few more. And super happy with the product they sent out to me. Also, if you guys enjoy watching videos like this, please hit that like and subscribe button. I really do enjoy making videos like this where I can teach people how to work on the cars themselves, or also maybe just inspire a few others. See you on the next one. Peace.